Cleveland Browns rookie minicamp kicks off. Spotlight on Shedeur Sanders and Dylan Gabriel. The Cleveland Browns rookie minicamp officially commenced Friday in Ohio with the quarterback competition already heating up. All eyes were naturally fixed on Shedeur Sanders. But it's important to note he's not the only rookie signal caller in the building. The Browns also selected Dylan Gabriel in the third round of the draft, adding another dynamic prospect to their QB room. Head coach Kevin Stefanski has publicly declared the position battle to be an open competition. However, early observations revealed that it was Gabriel, not Sanders, who took the initial snaps during team drills. An intriguing detail that could hint at how the staff is currently evaluating their options. Reporting live from outside the Browns facility, NFL insider Kimberly A. Martin offered further insight into the team's first day of camp. A tremendous amount is being thrown at Shedeur Sanders, as is the case for all incoming rookies learning a complex NFL playbook, she explained. What stood out, though, was both Sanders and Gabriel displayed the same composure and precision we saw during their collegiate careers. That's a very promising sign. Despite it being day one, the coaching staff extended the 7-on-7 period to accommodate both young quarterbacks. And while Gabriel received the initial reps, Sanders remained on the field long after practice ended, throwing extra passes to rookie tryouts, a testament to his work ethic. At the press conference, Stefanski downplayed any assumptions based on snap work. I wouldn't read too much into that, he said, emphasizing that this phase is equal parts instruction and competition. Martin also noted that while Deshaun Watson remains the franchise quarterback, he's not expected to see the field during minicamp, but will likely still participate in team meetings and film sessions. Adding context to ESPN, senior NFL reporter Jeremy Fowler highlighted the broader quarterback landscape in Cleveland. They're carrying 4 quarterbacks into training camp, Sanders and Gabriel among them. However, they're likely to keep only 3 on the final roster, which means someone's getting squeezed out. Fowler also shared insider knowledge about the Browns' high valuation of Dylan Gabriel during the pre-draft process. They essentially reached in the third round to secure him. They had private workouts and a top 30 visit with Gabriel, but the media didn't pick up on how interested they really were. The organization views its quarterback depth as a form of trade currency. If one of these guys lights up the preseason, Fowler noted, don't be surprised if Cleveland shops them to another team in need of QB depth. With so much intrigue surrounding the Browns' quarterback room featuring Deshaun Watson, Joe Flacco, Kenny Pickett, Shedeur Sanders, and Dylan Gabriel, this developing story promises to be one of the most fascinating positional battles of the offseason. Cleveland Browns crowded QB room sparks fierce rookie competition. The quarterback landscape in Cleveland has become a high-stakes battlefield. With seasoned veterans Joe Flacco, Kenny Pickett, and Deshaun Watson currently recovering from a torn Achilles already in the fold, the Browns' QB room is now brimming with competition following the additions of rookie passers Dylan Gabriel and Shedeur Sanders. Sanders, selected in the 5th round, joins a franchise notorious for instability under center. Cleveland has started a staggering 40 different quarterbacks since 1999, the most in the NFL. As the Browns prepare for rookie minicamp, ESPN's Jeff Darlington reports that one word defines their strategy moving forward: competition. Let's be clear, Darlington emphasized. This is just rookie minicamp. Nothing will be finalized here. But I can't recall a more anticipated rookie quarterback duel entering camp than this one. While Gabriel and Sanders were drafted just 2 rounds apart, both are viewed as legitimate contenders to eventually seize the starting job. This situation stands in stark contrast to past drafts, such as when Robert Griffin I was the clear starter over Kirk Cousins in Washington. In Cleveland, both rookies are firmly in the mix. However, any real shakeup will have to wait until veteran minicamp, when they'll face live reps against Flacco, Pickett, and a recovering Watson. Still, Darlington notes this is the beginning of what could become a defining QB battle for the Browns. Will the Browns start 3 quarterbacks in 2025? Analyst Tim Hasselbeck believes it's more than likely. Joe Flacco hasn't started a full season in over 7 years, he explained. If he opens week 1, chances are someone else finishes. Kenny Pickett is a capable fill-in, and then you have the rookie duo Gabriel and Sanders waiting for their moment. Who has the edge, Gabriel or Sanders, when it comes to evaluating the 2 performance metrics from college paint and nuanced picture? Gabriel, known for his quick release and decisiveness, holds an edge in efficiency, particularly in avoiding sacks. Sanders, while talented and accurate, absorbed 89 sacks over his last 2 collegiate seasons and leaned heavily on short throws behind the line of scrimmage. That sack number is enormous, one analyst noted. In the NFL, pocket awareness and ball security are paramount. Gabriel's quick processing is a major advantage. Still, Sanders is no stranger to pressure. Drafted in the 5th round after once being projected as a first-rounder, expectations and skepticism now collide. One underwhelming outing in minicamp, and critics may be quick to label him a bust. But a strong showing could reignite the draft steal narrative around him. All eyes are on Sanders, said one reporter. The pressure may be light for now, but perception shifts quickly. Could both rookies make the final roster? NFL insiders believe it's highly plausible, referencing the 2012 Washington team that kept both RG3 and Cousins. Analysts suggest Cleveland could follow a similar path. If I had to bet, one insider remarked, I'd say both Gabriel and Sanders make the team. There's precedent, and both bring unique traits to the table. As rookie minicamp unfolds, what began as a developmental phase has quickly transformed into one of the league's most intriguing quarterback subplots. With 5 quarterbacks, Flacco, Pickett, Watson, Gabriel, and Sanders, jockeying for position, the Browns QB room is not only stacked, it's under the microscope. Browns quarterback room becomes the NFL's most fascinating battleground. When you don't have a clear answer at quarterback, your best option is to develop one from within. And that's exactly the strategy Kevin Stefanski appears to be embracing. With Deshaun Watson recovering from a torn Achilles and unlikely to be available anytime soon, the Cleveland Browns enter minicamp with a stacked but unsettled quarterback room featuring Joe Flacco, Kenny Pickett, and 2 newly drafted rookies, Dylan Gabriel and Shedeur Sanders. It's highly improbable Browns will carry all 4 into week 1. Deshaun Watson's status aside, that leaves Flacco, Pickett, Gabriel, and Sanders to battle for what will likely be just 3 roster spots. Flacco has proven success in this offense, even helping Cleveland reach the playoffs in a heroic late-season stretch. Pickett, meanwhile, has struggled with consistency and maybe the odd man out if the rookie show promise. So I had to bet, said one insider, I'd expect both Gabriel and Sanders to make the team. The upside is just too high. If GM Andrew Berry had to decide today, Joe Flacco would likely open the season as the starter. The veteran has shown he can deliver in short bursts, and the Browns could ride his arm through the early schedule. But if history is any indicator, regression could open the door for one of the rookies to step in by midseason. Let Flacco play until the wheels come off in October, one analyst noted. Then you hand it to the future. Double QB shockwave, the 2025 NFL draft was full of surprises, but none more eyebrow-raising than the quarterback maneuvering by the Browns. In a bold and unexpected move, Cleveland snagged 2 of the most polarizing QBs in the class. Oregon's Dylan Gabriel in the 3rd round and Colorado's Shedeur Sanders in the 5th. Sanders, once projected as a first-round talent, experienced one of the weekend's steepest falls, sending ripples through front offices and igniting fan speculation. But Cleveland didn't blink. Even after securing Gabriel, arguably the most experienced passer in NCAA history, the Browns saw too much upside in Sanders to pass him up. It wasn't necessarily the plan to draft 2 quarterbacks, Berry later explained. But when a talent like Shedeur is still there in round 5, you trust your board. A polished veteran rookie at 5'11", 205 pounds, Gabriel lacks prototypical NFL size, but his resume speaks volumes. In 2024, he led Oregon to a 13-1 season, a Big Ten title, and a near playoff. He threw for 3,857 yards, 30 touchdowns, and just 6 interceptions, with an elite 72.9 completion rate. He added 7 rushing scores and was named Big Ten Offensive Player of the Year and a Heisman finalist. WW9 total touchdowns tied for all-time passing TDs. 155 second-in-career passing yards, 18,722. He's decisive, accurate, and composed. Exactly what we look for in a quarterback, said GM Andrew Berry. Shedeur Sanders. The talented wild card, the story of Shedeur Sanders is far more dramatic. Once hailed as a surefire top 50 pick, the son of Hall of Famer Deion Sanders slid to the 5th round. The scouts were intrigued by his pocket presence and leadership, but concerned by his 10 interceptions and 94 sacks taken over the last 2 seasons. Some questioned his poise under pressure and demeanor during interviews. Still, when Sanders remained on the board late, Berry saw a steal. He's highly accurate, intelligent, and played a ton of football, Berry said. We didn't expect him to be available that late. Rumors circulated that Browns owner Jimmy Haslam intervened in the pick, but those were quickly debunked. Cleveland beat reporter Mary Kay Cabot clarified that Berry retains full autonomy over draft decisions. QB room explosion, talent, pressure and certainty now, the Browns face a high-stakes conundrum. With 5 quarterbacks entering minicamp, including the 2 rookies Flacco, Pickett, and an injured Watson, the situation is primed to erupt into one of the league's most gripping position battles. Gabriel, due to his third-round pedigree and early command of the offense, enters camp as the frontrunner behind Flacco. The Browns were especially impressed with his combine interviews, football IQ, and safe decision-making. He's addicted to winning, Gabriel said himself. It's a habit. You've got to win every day. Sanders, meanwhile, brings charisma, accuracy, and big play potential. But with glaring concerns about his pocket awareness and sack avoidance, he'll need to show growth and fast to secure his place. The clock is ticking as minicamp begins. The Browns quarterback drama is less about names and more about identity. Are they a team leaning on veteran experience or one ready to hand the reins to a future franchise face? Cleveland's QB room is no longer a revolving door. It's a battlefield. Thank you guys. See you next video.